welcome to 7 Days to Die Alpha 16.4 Beginner's Guide. So, welcome back to the Mega. We're going to go ahead and start where we left off before. We want to go ahead and get into a little bit of actually surviving that first night. What we did last time, we went ahead and built into, well, we didn't build into anything. We actually found a cave. That was actually kind of a little bunker that we were able to go ahead and fortify ourselves into. We still need to fortify it up a little bit. There we go. And we have some candles around. One thing about these candles and torches, because you can put out your torch like this if you wanted to. Right click on a wall and give yourself a good amount of light. The only problem is that there's actually a heat zone. And the heat zones are going to attract zombies. In particularly, screamers, which I did promise we'd get into. And let me go ahead and see, that's a single player. This will pause the game for us. So the screamers can be identified by they're wearing like a white dress, and they kind of investigate the activity that's going on in your area. There's a certain heat map that will be generated anytime you do something. Say you're chopping down trees, you're making noise in the area. You have things running like forges, or even little candles generate heat, but candles generate the lowest amount of heat. Torches, since the last patch, or like maybe 2 patches ago, it might have been actually around the start of Alpha 16, these torches actually put out a lot more heat. My wife and I, we were playing, and we really didn't pay attention enough to the torches putting out more heat. We didn't think too much of it because we always used torches around the place before we got any type of lights. So we had all these torches around, and all of a sudden we ended up getting a screamer maybe every 10 minutes, and then a horde right after it, and then a horde right after it, and a horde after it. It's pretty much impossible to do any type of work. So whenever you see these screamers, you can identify them by them wearing a white dress. They kind of look like the girl from The Ring. If you ever watched that movie, the girl that comes out of the TV and stuff like that, scriggly black hair and all creepy looking. If you see her, you want to make sure you take her down right away, because what she does is she'll investigate the area and depending on the heat level, and once she finds you and she sees you and targets you, what she's going to do is she's going to put out this loud scream, calling in a small horde. So every time that she screams, another small horde will come. And if you leave her alive and you start just killing the horde, what's going to happen is you're going to have so many, hordes coming at you. You're going to have a huge horde, and they will pretty much, overwhelm you eventually. So you want to make sure you go ahead and, kill that screamer right away. And a lot of times, multiple screamers can come at the same time and call out more hordes. Kind of think of a screamer as a scout. They're kind of scouting the area, finding you, and then once they find you, they call on reinforcements to come and pretty much run you over. So you want to just make sure you get them right away. All right, so what we did before is we went ahead and we created our stone axe. We tried to find another one in here, but we kind of got screwed over with not having one of those Apache stone axes. Sorry. The next thing we want to do, we want to try to make the cloth clothing, like I was saying. Right now, if we go into our character screen. Hold on. All right. So you go on our character screen. Oh, my wife must be playing. So this is your character screen. You can see everything that you're wearing. You can see all your information. You got your level. See, I'm almost up to level 2. You got your wellness. You have, how much food percentage you're at, how much water, the temperature, which is important. If it gets too hot or too cold, you're gonna, start dying from that. You'll have, heat exhaustion, or you'll have hyperthermia. Keep a track of your kills, player kills if you're ever playing multiplayer. How many deaths you've had, how much you've traveled, how many items you've crafted, and your longest lifetime. And that's in real minutes, not just game minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and see how much cloth we have. We have a bunch of cotton here. Go ahead and craft some more. It'll take about a minute. Let's see what we have for cloth clothing we can make. Go crafting. There we go. So what do we all need? Okay, so we need actually duct tape. I forgot they added that in there. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult because you have to actually make duct tape. And to make duct tape, you need glue. And to make glue, you actually need bones. I think you don't need the... what is it called? The cooking pot for that. Ooh, actually, this might have a cooking pot in it. Nope. Thought I'd get lucky with that one. So let's see. Go with... We wanted to make duct tape. So with the duct tape, we need glue. So we need bottled murky water and 2 large bones. It's going to be a little bit difficult right now because we only have 1 glass jar. And if we go ahead and make that glue, we're going to lose that glass jar. We really need that for water right now. So let's go out there and see what we can find. I'm wondering... Small stone, small stone. Let me put my torch back on here. We're going to go ahead and see, we didn't have to make a secure chest, but you normally, if you don't find one of these, you want to make sure you create a secure chest. That way you can store all the stuff that you don't need right away in there. We're going to go ahead and wear these running shoes because that's actually better than what I'm wearing. Definitely a lot. So concussive, 7% versus 7%. Puncture, 5%. 7%. Let's see. Actually, that might be better right now. Yeah, actually, we're going to wear a plant fiber first. Probably be better once I repair it, but I don't have any leather to be able to repair it with, which leather you'll get from animal hide. I did forget to start a timer again, but let's hope I don't go too far. The blue skirt actually gives you some protection as well, but I like it in hot areas because it has that insulation of -10. So we're going to go ahead and stick with that, even though the the protection is a little bit lower. Having the insulation of negative is going to be more important. So we're going to go ahead and go in here. We're going to drop off some stuff. Actually we might create our own chest because there's not a lot of room in here. And we need some more wood, which we have this over here. That's one thing that's good about this this bunker is you have a little bit of wood that you can chop into at night. Okay, and we got level 3 on construction tools. Go ahead and put that claim block up there so that's not really needed. Let's go ahead and set it right over here. Really doesn't matter where you put it, but let's go ahead and put this stuff in here that I'm definitely not going to use. Rotting flesh is pretty much useless. I usually just drop it, but I'm going to keep it with me now. A can I'm going to keep with me because I might need it for water. Cloth I'll keep with me. No, actually, I'll put the cloth in there for now. Lead I don't need yet. Coal not needed. Old sandwich, it's like I said, you only really want to use that in an emergency. These maple seeds, they also get like pine cone seeds and stuff like that. These are actually really important when you start building in an area and you start chopping down all the trees. You'll start getting, the seeds for those trees. You want to make sure that you keep those seeds so you can plant more trees and get more resources. Because if you kind of get rid of all this stuff, then you can't build any more trees by you. Mushrooms are good to have with you. You can eat the mushrooms, directly, but they are actually better for I think it's stew. Let's see, let's go to the recipes. You can make vegetable stew. You get all these ingredients. They work with antibiotics. And you can actually plant these as well. We're not gonna get into planting yet, but we will. We will. I promise you. All right. What do we got? Keep the small stones with us. Old cash can go. Actually, I'm going to keep the old cash with me because we are actually really close. No, we're not going to go there yet. It's not going to be enough time. I was going to say we could go to the trader, but it's actually kind of dark. So we're just going to keep this stuff on me. Alright, let's see if we can make any frames yet. Actually, I put that in my favorites, didn't I? I did not. Maybe wood frame. I did. I really can't make much of it. I'm going to make those for now. Now, we can pick up this bedroll and replace it down, and it will now be ours. Just like that. And you see the little house or little bed icon will show where you're going to spawn next. Let's go ahead and got about a few hours. Right now it's 17:28. Now nighttime is actually I was going to mention that before. I don't want to kind of skip over most of the things I wanted to talk about. At 2200 hours is when the night starts and the dusk ends. So the zombies at that time, they're going to start running. They can run, but they can't run as fast as you can. However, the zombies don't run out of energy. As you run, you see in my blue indicator there, it's my stamina. If I go up and I start running, you see it starts decreasing the more stuff that I do. And I can run out of that stamina real quick. Zombies, on the other hand, they never get tired, so they never run out of that stamina. Between 2200 hours and 4 a.m. or at 4, you want to make sure that you're inside and not really around anything. I mean, you can go out, and it's possible to survive, but like I said, the zombies don't run out of steam when they run. Alright, let's get back out here. Let's see what else we can get. Anything over here? Nope. There was a chest over there one time I found, and it had like I think it was like a shotgun in it. I was very happy. I get rid of that. You can see my thing is still there. Alright, so for the first night, we want to make sure that we have pretty much everything we need, throughout the night. One being wood, so that we can, start a fire, keep warm, and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and arrows on this guy. Come on. Oh, terrible aim. Terrible aim. I am ashamed. Come on, buddy. I mean, most of these zombies are, slow and pretty dumb. Those screamers, they're actually really slow and they're pretty easy to take out. Let's get them. Let's go ahead and just scrap this. Alright. Go ahead and get a little bit more wood. Anyway, before that zombie rudely interrupted us, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and get a bunch of wood throughout the night, because the nighttime comes, the temperature drops normally, and you can get cold. You don't want to have hypothermia, so a lot of things what you can do is stand by a fire, which will keep you warm. Then you also want to make sure that you don't starve. See, right now I have 1 can of stock, which will give me a little bit of fullness, and I have the mushrooms if absolutely needed. This moldy bread will give you food poisoning, well, 60% chance that you'll get food poisoning. So you really don't want to eat it. However, as you can see, eat at your own risk can be used to craft antibiotics at a chemistry station. So once you have a chem station, those things become really important. Oh, there we go. Because, when you get hit by a zombie or something like that, they will actually infect you. Definitely don't want to get infected. Your stamina starts going down, I believe, and your health can decrease a little bit. But mostly the stamina and your speed, I believe, is affected. I really don't want to test that theory out right now. Level 2. Awesome, awesome. Alright, ooh. So our town is right down the street from us right now. This probably isn't going to be the spot that I'm going to make my main base in. Usually, like this spot that I chose is somewhere that you want to build, get through your first night and everything. And then you start, moving on to bigger and better things, such as, building your own area. Building a base, starting to get some defenses up, which we'll probably do a little bit of before 2200. Let's see here, we definitely need a new axe. Create another one. Like I said, it's definitely better to go ahead and create new ones right now. And usually if you hit level 2 on your first day, good things to get is Miner 69er, because as you see, it gives you plus block damage and stamina degradation, and also a little bit a harvest count when you start building it up more. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those. That's mainly so that I can, dig longer at night without running out of stamina. And then our the second thing I like getting is toolsmithing, because this will give you excuse me, the crafting time, not really a big deal. However, the crafting quality will increase to 50. So if I buy this and I make another stone axe, so I just made one, you'll see that I'll actually make a level 50 instead of this level 25, which will give us more block damage and entity damage. So entity damage we're not really worried about. The block damage is our big concern on this one. Alright, I like having a little bit of iron. These guys are good for iron and gas. Alright, you'd have an axe. Let's go ahead and use our new club. I haven't used that yet. You see, it's a lot better than that wooden one we had before. And the level 25 that you see on there, you want weaponsmithing to actually increase those. Ooh. These crackhead farmer guys, they actually can sometimes have some decent loot on them. Each zombie has a loot pool that they can get. Or loot pool that you can get stuff from them. Like I said before, you know, this is my first, you know, actual video. So if I kind of lose my talking or my ability to talk to you at the same time as playing, that'd be the reason why. You know, I'm not really used to it. Most time, you know, when you're gaming in general, you know, playing with people, you're talking to them, you know, you're having a conversation back and forth, so you're having your stops and stuff like that. And I highly respect, you know, the YouTubers out there that do this all the time. I mean, it takes a lot to do. Just you know, just making the video part, you know, you have to keep on talking. You know, you don't want to just have, you know, a bunch of you know, dead air time. Even the ones that you do have a bunch of dead air time, you know, because there's people that, you know, for 7 days to die that just build. Even those, you know, you want to make sure you're doing stuff that's interesting. You know, you don't want to just be doing nothing, standing around staring at stuff. But also, you know, the editing that's involved after you make these videos is just, you know, it takes up a lot of time. So, you know, I've always had a really high respect for the YouTubers out there that do this. Me, I'm just, you know, kind of, you know, playing this game, you know, and I like it. I see other people creating, you know, videos out there, other content creators, and I wanted to do one myself because, you know, I think it's fun, and, you know, it's you know, it's informative to other people, and hopefully it's, you know, entertaining. All right, we're at 1,900 hours. We got a little bit of stuff here. We haven't got any extra food though. That I'm not liking. Let's see. Here's zombies. Oh, that's another thing. We need to get a shiv, so when we do find an animal, which I'll talk about in a little bit, when we find an animal, we can actually chop them up and get everything from them. Come on. Come on, line up for me. There you go. One down. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? There we go. Ooh, he has food. That guy has food. Remember that. Alright, so... Oh, that's right. The whole reason why I wanted to fight them is to chop them up. See, we can chop these guys up. Hopefully we'll get a bone off of them. I think you get bones out of this, the remains. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Now you get the large bone, and you can make a bone shiv. It's basically like a small knife. It doesn't really do a lot of damage, but it is really good to get meat off of other zombies. All right. Or not other zombies, sorry. Off of animals. Yes, animals. I don't think we want the meat from the zombies, because that's just rotting flesh. Oh, and there is Biker. They have a good loot pool as well. So we're going to go ahead and try to kill him. And a construction worker. There's actually two guys that are really good. You know, I started one video that I was gonna put out, and actually I got killed by one of these guys like right away. They are ruthless. The biker guys, anyway. The construction guy, not so bad. This guy, I'm not taking any chances with. Come on. Line up for me again. Ah. There we go. Come on. Yeah. I mean, they got a lot of hit points. The biker guys, that is. The construction worker, not so much. You still don't want them to hit you. Damn it. Come on. There we go. And you get more XP for these guys as well. Oh, very nice. Spike Club. Spike Club, or you know, is actually something that you need the book for. If you look here, let's see, 10.09. The one I have now is 7.79, so you definitely want to use this. We can't repair it or anything, so it definitely is going to do more damage to everything. But the mini bike handlebars, that's awesome to grab, because we definitely want to get a mini bike. And for those of you that's never even heard of this game before, watching these videos, is the mini bike is kind of like the shit right now, because you can make a mini bike and basically drive around everywhere. All this running and stuff like that you don't have to do. Alright, we're gonna start heading home here. I think we got almost enough of what we need for today. Let's see, a little bit of more wood. But seeing that it's almost 2100 hours, we're gonna get closer to our base first. Or our cave. Alright, now we're here. Go ahead and chop down some trees. Once we get this done here, we have enough wood on us, you know, and we pretty much want wood and rocks, mainly so we can keep on, you know, building our axes. Rocks we'll be getting a lot of as we dig. Alright, yeah, these things I already got, obviously. Let's get one more tree. One or two. So, for the first night, we definitely just want to, you know, make sure we have a good secure area to get into. You can build into other structures, kind of like we're doing here. I mean, it's kind of a structure as well. But it's more or less that's a lot. I'm not going to take that down. It's more of, you know, just a cave that you can get into, and you know, you already have a little bit of protection from the ground above you. Whenever you find a building, if you build into one of the buildings, definitely remember to, you know, fortify up the windows, you know, board up the windows. You want to, you know, find any weak spots that's in the building, because the zombies, what they'll always do is they're going to find the weakest spot, which, you know, whatever the quickest way to you is, and they're going to attack that point. So if you have any weak spots, they'll get through it right away, and then they're going to bite you in the arse right away. Alright. Stone here. I didn't get any more food or water. Ooh, yeah, no water. I have one thing of water. Definitely no time to get any more. We should be good for the first night. Like I said, pretty much the first night, you're not gonna do a lot. You're gonna do a lot of digging mostly. But you're not gonna really need a lot. All right. Ooh, iron arrowheads, very nice. You can get different types of arrowheads as you move on. You get the iron ones, you'll start making them in a forge. So finding them is actually pretty good. Alright, let's see if there's any more trash around here that we can get. We'll have to get into mining, and I'll tell you guys about the patches you see here, because those are important. Alright, what else we got here? Any more trash I can pick up? Nope, already got that. Thing over here, small stones. Yeah, snowberries, they can make you sick after a while, but you can't eat them. I think it's just like a certain amount that they start making you sick. Alright. Yep, let's go ahead and get into our base now. Don't want to get stuck outside the first night. We don't have a lot of power to defend ourselves. Alright. And the one bad thing about this here is this side here, that's our weak point. So what we're going to do, those frames that I made earlier, we're actually going to put that in there. That's not going to be possible right away. Alright, so first, where did I put that water chest? Let's clear up some of this extra stuff we have in here. Tank top. Ooh, actually, which one's better? Definitely my stuff is better. Those in there, put the lead away. Gas cans. Oil. Heck, I might be able to make a Molotov cocktail. Hey, there's the pine seeds I was talking about. Alright, so, ooh, we got an iron shovel. I did not even notice we got that. Normally, I get them and I throw them away in, my main game. So I didn't really notice that we had it. That's actually going to be really nice. We don't have any light in here. We have 2 candles. Let's find better placement for them. Well, now it's nighttime. Let's go ahead and put this here for now. We're going to stay down so we can see if we're detected or not. We're just going to dig into over here. We don't want those zombies to be able to dig through it right away. There you go. And that's why I made these. Kind of dig in a little bit. To give us a little, extra protection for the night. First night, usually you're not going to get, any crazy hordes, but you can get some. And that should be enough. Well, let's go ahead and do double. I think you get 200. And these are 200, 300. It's pretty unlikely that they're going to come through this top area, so I wouldn't worry about that if you dig yourself into one of these. Okay. This right here is straight iron. Yeah, we're not going to get that right now. Grab this. Alright, we're going to use the candle. Because that, like I was mentioning, doesn't attract as much. However, it's probably not very good for the video. Alright, so that's what we have. What you want to do from here is, just kind of dig out what you can. Dig down, or what I'll probably do is just dig that iron up, because I'm definitely going to want some iron. So I'll probably do that, and there's a boulder in here that we can dig up as well. So that's about it for part 2 of this series. Hopefully you enjoyed everything here, and hopefully my voice isn't too annoying, because it's really starting to get hard to talk. Like I said, I really respect other YouTubers out there, because it's not easy talking straight on for so long. I used to do telemarketing back in the day, and that was already enough. That was years ago, but anyway, if you liked what you seen here and enjoy the episode, go ahead and give me a like. If you didn't, I prefer you not dislike, but that's what YouTube's all about. Like or dislike what you like and don't like. If you really like the show, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will see you later.